We discussed in the previous video that if success for you means domination, life will be like poker, not like chess. You cannot avoid the role of luck in this case and must play accordingly. There are 4 factors that contribute to professional success in this case. These can be expressed as a simple conceptual equation that I call the success equation. This equation says that if professional success for you means domination, then success is luck multiplied by the sum of 3 factors: your edge, the amount of professional risk you take, and the number of times you get to repeat your actions. What the success equation implies is that you definitely need luck to succeed, but the other 3 factors, edge, risk, and repetition, determine how much luck you need to succeed. You will need a lot of luck if the other 3 factors are small, but you may succeed even with very little luck if the other 3 factors are large. So let's start with edge. Your professional edge is the skills you have, which determine the things that you can do professionally, the information or knowledge that you have, and your social capital, which is your network, the people you know, and the information that you can discover through these people. The greater your edge, the less luck you need to succeed. The second factor is risk. Taking professional risks means one of 2 things. It either means that you're willing to do truly hard things in your career, or it means that you're willing to do things in your career that others won't do, either because these things are boring or tedious, or because these things are unconventional, which makes people uncomfortable. Taking professional risks leads you to learn things that others do not know, and this increases your edge over time. The third factor is repetition. This has 2 aspects. First, as we saw with the example of poker earlier, playing more hands reduces the impact of luck and allows your edge to shine through, even if you only have a small edge to begin with. But the second aspect is even more interesting. Being able to repeat your actions usually implies that you are in a situation where you are able to learn from your failures, and this learning improves your edge every time you repeat your actions. Your edge does not remain fixed. This is the case with Dick Costlow and the idea vortex that we discussed earlier. You start your journey as an entrepreneur at the top of the vortex, and as you iterate, you pick up skills, you increase your edge, and need less and less luck to succeed. That's why I said earlier that the idea vortex pushes entrepreneurs to success eventually, because the importance of luck keeps diminishing with every iteration, as in the case of Dick Costlow. To summarize, the role of luck in success reduces as your edge grows with repetition and as you take more professional risks in your career. Let's discuss a corollary of the success equation. Most careers need long cycle times to achieve domination. For example, it would take at least 20 years for an outstanding general manager to become the CEO of a large corporation in most cases. A consultant would similarly need about 25 years. A doctor or a lawyer would usually need about 20 years in their career to develop an independent expert reputation. And an accountant would usually need 25 years to become the CFO of a large corporation. On this metric, entrepreneurship is different. The cycle times in entrepreneurship are shorter. It is common for entrepreneurs to get to a successful acquisition or an IPO in about 10 years from starting up. This includes the time that an entrepreneur would usually need to go through their first few startup failures. I know that the timelines I have presented here are quite broad, and there are going to be a number of exceptions. However, to ascertain for yourself whether the cycle times I am presenting are at least conceptually right, ask yourself how many professional CEOs you know of at large corporations who became CEOs in their 30s, or how many famous doctors or lawyers you know of who gained their expert reputation in their 30s. You will be hard-pressed to find even a few examples. Now ask yourself how many entrepreneurs you know of who succeeded in their 30s or even in their 20s. Hopefully, many examples like Mark Zuckerberg, Bill Gates, and Steve Jobs should come to mind. Now, if you're trying to achieve domination in your career, a long cycle time can be a big hindrance, because a long cycle time means that you will get fewer shots. There will be much less room for repetition than if the cycle time was short. Let's apply the success equation to entrepreneurship. Entrepreneurship is obviously quite risky, which is why most people are unwilling to try it. Entrepreneurship is also very hard. You must go through a rapid learning curve whether you succeed or fail. Entrepreneurship has shorter cycle times, which allows a lot more repetition than you would get in other traditional careers. Entrepreneurship is also a situation where failure is valuable because you learn a lot, even when you fail. So your edge increases as you spend more and more time in your idea vortex. Therefore, entrepreneurs on a continuous learning journey reduce the amount of luck they need for success. Entrepreneurs like Dick Costolo, Travis Kalanick, Erin Bali, James Park, Stuart Butterfield, and others who we discussed in earlier videos. If you use the success equation to compare entrepreneurship to other traditional careers, entrepreneurship would score higher on the factors of risk and repetition. Therefore, you actually need less luck to succeed as an entrepreneur than you would need to become a CEO or a CFO at a large corporation, for example. Hence, if success for you means domination, entrepreneurship actually gives you better odds at achieving domination than most other careers. Many students ask me at this point, but is success in entrepreneurship guaranteed with vortex traversal and time? What do you think? Is success guaranteed in entrepreneurship? Of course not. Is the world's best poker player guaranteed to win every hand against a novice? Only learning is guaranteed in entrepreneurship. But this learning is not trivial. It is incredibly valuable, no matter where you end up. Hey there, I'm KJ Saxena, founder of Relentless VC. The video you just watched is part of the Venture Capital and Entrepreneurship specialization, which is available absolutely for free on relentless.ventures. Go check it out. If you're a tech startup founder and want to raise money from us, you should apply on our website. Lastly, if you like this video, do subscribe and share it with your friends.